the light within. The world outside was loud. It always had been. But here in this moment, there was only silence. A group of black men and women stood in a circle, their heads tilted back, eyes closed, faces bathed in a warm, golden light that seemed to pour from the heavens. The light didn't come from the sun. It came from them. It was as if their very souls had decided to shine, casting away the shadows of a world that had tried too long to dim their glow. They were still, completely still. No chants, no raised fists, no signs demanding justice. Just peace. A peace so profound it felt like a revolution. The election had come and gone. The results were what they were. The system, as it always had been, remained unchanged. For generations they had fought, marched, protested, shouted, bled. They had poured their hearts into a machine that was never built to love them back. And now they were tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep could fix, but the kind that made you question why you were still running a race with no finish line. So they stopped. They stopped fighting the system. They stopped begging for a seat at a table that had always been rigged against them. Instead, they turned inward. They focused on themselves, their families, their communities. They focused on healing. The warm light above them grew brighter, and with it came a sense of clarity. This wasn't surrender. This was strategy. Rest was their resistance. In a world that demanded their labor, their pain, their voices, their bodies, choosing to rest was an act of defiance. Choosing to heal was an act of rebellion. One by one, they began to hum, a low, resonant sound that seemed to vibrate through the earth itself. It was a sound older than time, a sound their ancestors had carried across oceans and through centuries. It was the sound of survival, of resilience, of hope. The light grew brighter still, and for a moment, it felt like the entire world paused. The chaos, the noise, the endless cycle of violence and injustice, it all faded away. In its place was something pure, something sacred. When they finally opened their eyes, the light didn't fade. It stayed with them, a reminder that their power had always come from within. They didn't need the world's approval to thrive. They didn't need to fight to prove their worth. They simply needed to be. And so they walked away from the circle, carrying the light with them. They returned to their lives, their jobs, their families, their dreams. But they were different now. They were whole. The world outside was still loud. It always would be. But now, they knew how to find the silence.